the sun is coming. What an incredible place it is to stand in the same location where the Zealots stood 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, a great drama happened here on top of Masada. 2,600 years ago, Jeremiah, one of the last prophets of the first temple days, said when he saw the temple burning, that the kindness of the Lord have not spent. Ample is your grace. What an amazing thing it is to stand here in the same exact location. The story of Masada folds two parallel stories in a leg of almost 100 years between the two. Let's go and discover Masada. Standing on the northern palace is one of the good examples of Herod's abilities and splendor. In order to understand Herod's amazing mason abilities, let's take this model that would explain to us where we stand. What he did was simply taking what's called an old Roman villa style, stretching it all over the mountain, using the three different stories of the villa, where the guests used to stay at the lower level, where in the middle part there was a natural circulation, and that's how the room used to be cooled off. And up here, 11 rooms were found, and that's where the royal family used to live. There were many things that were found here in Masada apart from just a palace. In fact, we're standing in a storage room, but not just one. There were 20 storage rooms that had many edible foods way after Herod's death. Palm dates pits were found here, some apple cider, wine, and even something well known back in the days, which was called garum, the most expensive dish you could ever imagine, which is kind of a fish sauce manufactured in southern Spain. Folks, we're coming to the best part of the bathhouse. We're standing in the steam room, which was called Caldarium. Looking at the details, we can understand how Herod managed to do the impossible here. In a place that has less than half an inch of rainfall a year, back in those days, he managed to fill this room with steam. Just to understand how much water was necessary and how much wood material was here, we're talking about a process that takes 72 hours to fill this room with steam. Where did all the water come from? Let's go and find out. As a descendant of an Nabatean princess, Herod knew how to irrigate water. And since Masada is only 14 miles away from Jerusalem area line, in a lot of cases it would rain in Jerusalem, but not here. And what it did was simply diverting the water into canals. So let's say it rains in Jerusalem area, or in the mountains of Hebron, and the water used to run all the way through these canals and being channeled into these water cisterns, around 30 of them, that each one of them had a capacity of almost 1,000 people for 3 years. What can I tell you guys? Sort of like the Palm Springs of those days. Ever since 2004, Masada is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The reason why Masada got this title is because of the Roman siege, the only place in the world that you could see a Roman siege completely untouched, just like the day the Romans left the area is over here in Masada. How did the Romans manage to invade the Invincible, a place that was well fortified naturally by two creeks, by the Dead Sea itself, and anybody could trek you if you go up? Well, the Romans, who were here in thousands and also brought Jewish slaves, managed to build in the window and time of the year where it's not too cold or rains, or when it's not too hot and the conditions are unbearable, to simply build this ramp that you see in 2 months. Within 2 months, they were able to bring their battering ram to break the walls that we're standing on right now. And in fact, they managed to invade in the evening of Passover, 73 CE. One of the most moving and powerful discoveries that were found here was a scroll from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37.
Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the people of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. We're cut off. Therefore, prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. My people, I'm going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I'm the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and have done it, declares the Lord.